What's going on, y'all? This is your girl, Queen Candy, from the Queen Candy Podcast. Y'all come through and check us out. We coming at y'all with original music from Military Camp Records, original topics, real talk, real issues, great people, and we're gonna be giving y'all, stories of our personal upbringing, lessons that we've learned, the mistakes that we've made, and what's gotten us on the path that we are on now. So, with all that being said, y'all can check us out on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn under the Queen Candy Podcast. And y'all can also check us out on any platform that you can hear a podcast here on Anchor, iHeartRadio, Overcast, and so many other apps, y'all. Follow us, like, share, comment. We'll follow y'all back, and we definitely hope to connect with everybody. Y'all stay safe. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Queen Candy Podcast on another beautiful Thursday morning. Hope everyone is, of course, staying safe, living life. It's hard out here right now, but, y'all keep it up, keep doing whatever it is that you're doing, and, just do the best you can. That's all you can really do. Real quick, y'all, before we get into, our first break. This is a topic we haven't talked about on our show because, to be honest, it's a sore subject, if you will. Today is a very bittersweet day for us. Today is our deceased father's birthday. We haven't said this at all, but we lost him when we were very young. We were about 2-3 years old. Barely remember him. We heard a lot about him, from our mom, and a lot of things weren't good. But he's still our father. We would not be here if it wasn't halfway for him, if you will. But, Allah's the greatest. A few years ago, our family, Timothy and, Richard, they found us on our other Facebook page, and we reconnected. And we even found our younger brother. So we were able to get, a lot of things from them about our father and, his involvement, in our life and how he was trying to find us before he died. He passed away. And, for those that have lost their father, even your mother, you wonder a lot because you'll never be able to talk to him again. Absolutely not. And that's the only bitter part that we ain't really happy with, but what can you do? We wish sometimes there was a way that he would know, or we could feel like, or even get an inkling a little bit of how proud he is of us. We wish we could know, on some level, but unfortunately, we never will. But today is his birthday. To be honest, we don't really keep this day in our head because it does, sometimes bring us to tears. But like we said, Allah is still the greatest. Him and our mother, we were allowed to even be brought here. And, it's been a hard road. And we're going to get into that after the break. So today, and we know for a fact he can't hear us. We know that. But today, we still going to promote is going to be about him. We don't talk about him much. We don't. Because we miss him. If any of y'all have a father, y'all have him in your life, cherish it. Cherish it seriously. Because you never know when it can be gone. You never know. And, oh wow, we wish we could just meet him and talk to him one time and just talk to him. But, that's wishful thinking, of course. But even with him being, absent, with him being gone, it had a huge effect on our life. A huge effect. And we went down the wrong path. A complete wrong path. And every day we think about if our life would have been different, if he were here and he was able to, raise us and chase these knucklehead boys that we got involved with off. Man, that would be crazy. But, we always believe that everything happens for a reason. It's never out of coincidence. It's never an accident. Allah allows things to happen and he gives permission for things to happen, for a reason. And we're still here for a reason. So we're going to send this to our families so they can hear this, y'all. But, we miss them. We'd be lying if we said we didn't. We wish sometimes, oh, wow, we had them in our life. It's hard for those that grew up without a father like we did. We're going to get into this after the break, but it can be hard because you don't know from men, what kind of behavior to accept. You never do. And having a father figure in your life, and we know they can be strict, y'all. We know they can be a little more overprotective of the women than the men, but that's only because they know men, just like we know women. But, we're going to get into that a little bit when we come back, y'all. We're going to hit y'all with some music, of course, from Military Camp Records, our record label that we do with our husband. So thank y'all so much for joining in, and we wanted to slide this in real quick. Our show has grown so much, over the past couple months. So we definitely want to give a shout out to our sis, Tina Ramsey. Make sure y'all follow her on Instagram. We definitely want to give a shout out to WBGR-TV, y'all. We gonna plug that in at the end of the show. Gotta make sure we get that right, y'all. Gotta make sure we get that right. And for those that don't know, we are as well back on the radio on WUNK Radio. WUNK Radio. So we're on that platform twice a week. We'll be on again tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. That will be Eastern Time. So we on 2 networks now, and we back on the radio. So Eliza Grace. We're not finna complain at all. But like we said, we wonder sometimes, and we know we'll never, be able to know how proud he is of us. But the bright side is that we can be proud of ourselves. So today's episode is going to be, for Dad. And like we said, we know he'll never be able to hear it and tell us how proud he is of us. But, it's still not going to stop us from giving him his due, because he is a piece of the reason why we are here. And wouldn't have breath of life, first off, from Allah, allowing him and our mother to bring us here. And we're going to give y'all a lot about our upbringing without him and the things that we've gone through when we come back from the break. So, y'all share this, get it out to everyone that you can, and let them know. You got a father figure in your life. Things may not be perfect. You may not like them a lot of times. You may hate them. But, y'all, for real, we would give almost anything just to see our father for one day. It hurts. We'd be lying if it said it didn't. It hurts, not having him around. It was hard. But as y'all can tell, we still here. So it obviously didn't break us, but it's a very sore subject to talk about, and that's why we don't talk about it often. But with all that being said, we're going to get into some music, and we're going to come back and talk y'all ear off, if you will. And we're going to give y'all what we know about our dad, our upbringing. And we're going to get into some real stuff today. So thank y'all once again for helping the Queen Candy podcast grow, or / radio now, grow into a bigger platform. And we're excited to see what Allah is going to do. And we're going to get on the bigger platform. Because we got a message, we got a voice, and we got to get out here, so we're going to use it. Absolutely. So with all that being said, we're going to get into some music, and we're going to be back on the Queen Candy podcast. All right, y'all. We are back on the Queen Candy podcast. Like we said, hope everyone is doing good, staying safe. That was some of our music from Military Camp Records. Shout out to our husband as well, Mikhail Muhammad, for showing us how to do our own music, produce our own beats, and get paid ourselves. Can't put no more simpler than that. So, no shot to anyone else, but we promote our own over here. We don't promote, anyone else's music because they already put on, they already out there. So, we trying to work on getting to that level ourselves, doing it the right way and showing everybody, what we can do. So, speaking of all that, our topic for today is, we're talking about our birth father and, today being his birthday. So, like we were saying before the break, there's not too much that we do know about him, but the information that we did get from his side of the family, shout out to them, Timothy, Richard. Thank y'all so much for even reaching out to us, and they've been such a big support with everything that we do, and they've never said anything negative to us, but we only bring them up because they did have the opportunity to, of course, grow up with our father because they were related as well, and they knew him and everything that he was about. And like we were saying before the break, he did try to find us and our little sister, of course, before he passed away. For those that don't know, he did pass away in a car accident. And, from the information that we've gotten, from what people have told us, our mother didn't really talk about him that much. And going through what we've gone through, we like to think that she may be carrying some pain or a lot of, what they've gone through. And we understand now. We still wish that we could have had the opportunity to know our father, even, remember him, because we don't. We don't remember him at all. But we understand now. Please believe. So this ain't a shot to our mom at all, but we understand now more than ever, going through what we've gone through in our past relationships, how hard it is. You're trying to keep your kids safe and protect them, and she did what we did when we were going through what we went through and did the best that she could. Sometimes as a parent, you make decisions in the heat of the moment, and sometimes it may end good, sometimes it may not. But, being a mother ourselves, that's what we went through. And we understand now that it probably wasn't an easy decision. It did take us away from our father, and we never will know if we could have had the relationship with him that we wanted. And, for those that can relate, not having that, it can really mess you up. Speaking only on us, because we can't speak for anybody else, it was a hard upbringing. We got involved with these little knucklehead boys when we were 16, and oh wow, went down a whole different path than what we would have liked to. And, we got involved with boys and men that we never should have, and, been in situations we never thought we'd be in, all because we didn't have the love from our father or the advice that we really needed, and not to make any excuses, but you're going out with our father or mother, you tend, and it's a statistic, for those that don't know, but you typically go down the wrong path.
And for us, it was, like we said, getting involved with boys we never should have, or these little men, or they call themselves men. Um, we have 4 kids out of marriage, and oh wow, just been through so much anger and pain and, hate towards the world. When we were a teenager, y'all, we were mad with the world, like they owed us something. And we had to really learn, like, the hard way. Don't nobody owe you nothing at all. You're responsible for how your life turns out. Yeah, we lost our father. We never knew him. We had to grow up without him. But that's still not an excuse. It's still, up to you where you end up. A lot of us, y'all know, have had hell. And life has been hard. But we still living it, right? You still here. You still got a pulse. You still breathing. So it's never too late. When you stop breathing, of course we know that's when it's too late. So, growing up without him, we've gotten advice from men. Don't get us wrong at all, but we were a little girl, a little teenager, hot, ready to get out there, curious, because no one was really there until we got in trouble or we messed up, to correct us, and give us the direction, if you will, that we needed. And for anyone that can relate, we don't care if you're male or female, growing up without your father, it can be very hard. And you don't have that proper, that righteous guidance that you need, you can still go down the wrong path. And we understand this completely. That anger, that hole, that void that you need to fill, that can only come from your mother or your father, is missing. And when you don't have that guidance, what's that saying? When you don't stand for for something, when you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And not having a mother or a father, our mother is still alive, but we don't have a good relationship with her. But not having either one, well, that's a double whammy for us because we were just lost, straight up. And we didn't know which way to turn, what to do, who to be with, who to date, how to think, talk, none of that. We were just lost for our teenage years. Rewind. When we were a little girl, our young years, teenage, and our early, we'll probably say 20s. This was around the time we had our youngest son. His name is Septian. It can cause you to be lost. And we were lost for a minute, y'all, for real. And we didn't know which way to turn, what direction to go in, who to trust, believe, because everybody, of course, had their own opinion about a lot of things. And nobody ever has it all together. That's the funny part. And, we just have to be careful with all that we do and make sure, you do the best of your ability, to get it right. And no one will ever be perfect. No one will ever be perfect. And, you gotta find your own way. That's the only thing we can say. Everybody has, their own path and their own destiny, if you will, to where they end up. And like we always say, it's all on you. You can't blame, anyone else for where you end up in your life. You can't. That's why it's called, and we always say this, self-love, self-motivation, self-esteem, because everything starts with yourself. And even us, growing up without our father, we used to use that excuse all the time, y'all, straight up. We can't even count how many times we use that excuse. My dad ain't around, that's why I act the way that I act. Or I'm depressed or lonely or whatever. No. It's because we made that choice. It's always a choice of whether you want to end up at, whether you get with the wrong crowd or you wind up with the wrong person in the wrong relationship. And please believe y'all, we know that all too well. All too well. And, it messes you up. Us going through, what we've gone through, it's been hard. It's been very, very hard. And we had to find our way. Luckily for us, our path and our story led us to our husband, whom we're with now, and of course led us to Islam, Allah, and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. So, in a nutshell, our life was saved. And a lot of people don't really have that luxury or that comfort or that wake up, opportunity, if you will, to even, get it right. And we did. We were, and we still feel like sometimes, we're a statistic, if you will, but we beating those odds. We've been through losing our father, child abuse, being in the foster care system, becoming a mother at the age of 19. We got pregnant when we were 18 years old, y'all. We had no job, no money, had just dropped out of high school. We were living with our mother at the time. All that. It was messed up. And don't get us wrong, we don't regret having any of our kids, but what we will say is, we wish we had them under better circumstances and a better situation, because after having them, everything was all good for a minute, but then we wound up homeless. We slept in the car with our kids, getting them to school. We were still going to work. It was like nothing was wrong, but when we would get off and go get them, we didn't have any idea of where we were going to sleep. We had no idea at all, so it was hard looking at them, asking us, where we're going to sleep, where we're going to eat, where we're going to wash our clothes, all that. Being a mom, that can mess you up. And then on top of all that, run into these supposed men that we chose to be with. Nobody made us. We chose to be with, that misrepresent themselves, that they could be there for us and be faithful and take care of us, the whole 9 yards. And it turned out that they were just a joke. It was just a joke. We had one relationship where somebody actually lied, straight up, y'all, about us being their wife. And that had to be the biggest form of betrayal, bigger than cheating, and it's going to sound crazy, that we have ever been through. Straight up. And not having the proper guidance and knowledge will get you into that. We've been through about 4 or 5 domestic violence situations and just had to bump our head we don't know how many times. So many times we had to bump our head and just really wake up and get it right. We were gone without having our father. We were completely gone and just lost. We were lost. And we thought we had it figured out, that we were doing the thing, that we was hot, whole 9 yards, and we were wrong. We were on the verge of getting dead. Straight up. And we didn't even know it. One day when we were living in Atlanta, we just realized, this is not it. It's not it. This can't be all we're going to do in our life. Is keep supporting other people, keep being there for them, and they don't appreciate it. And that's our choice that we made, because that's how we've, always been, even now. But we had to really wake up and realize, look out for yourself. It's not selfish. Take care of yourself. That way you can access yourself to the right people and be treated how you deserve to be treated. Because we all deserve that. You know, especially for the people that lost one parent, or even if you lost both, it can be hard. So you have to really program and train your mind to be like, yeah, I've been through hell and high water, but I'm still here. I'm still standing. My past doesn't define me. My circumstances don't define me. I define me. Nobody else does. It all starts with yourself, y'all. Take it from us. We know. It can be hard. And today, oh wow, we miss our Father. We do. Today can be a very hard day, but it's all on how we make it. You know, yes, he's gone. He's never coming back. We wish we could have it all in to snap our fingers and he'd be standing right here in front of us, but reality, real life don't work that way. It doesn't. And we wish we could just, y'all forgive us, just at least dance with him, one time. We really could. We wonder a lot almost every day. Oh, wow. And we'll never know how proud he is because we're the one out of our whole family that made it. You know, we not finna settle for a mediocre life and being broke and being struggling and just being at the bottom. We've been there long enough with everything we've gone through, everyone we've lost, and just the pain, the suffering, the hardship, just having to pull ourselves up and motivate ourselves, encourage ourselves, everything. It can be a journey, but if you look on the bright side, as the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teach, you'll find a good thing in whatever it is that you're going through. We don't care how small it is. We don't care how remote it may be. You find the bright side in everything and you will make it through. Just like us and, our new life and our new path. But you're strong. You remain a soldier. You just stand firm in the truth and what you believe in. You will make it through everything. So yes, y'all, today's episode we're talking about our father. Today is his birthday. And we miss him, just to be real. We've heard good and bad things about him, but the fact of the matter is, he's still our father. He's half of the reason why we're here. And we feel like sometimes a lot of our traits and attributes and things that we do, we get from him. We don't know if we get some things from our mom. We believe we do. Definitely our motivation, our drive, our hustle, our independence, attitude, assertiveness, headstrong, all that. But there's so much we don't really know that we've gotten from our father. And we think we might have gotten some of the same things from him. We would love to think that. But, just having a head on our shoulders and being confident, some people call cocky, we do feel like we've gotten from him. So we've gotten a little bit from, both sides. And our life, our path, our journey has led us to where we are today. And look at us. it's amazing. The laws of grace, and we're gonna say that every show. You know, we are now doing a podcast. We're doing a radio show. We teaching. We helping save lives. We doing a small business. We a co-CEO of a record label, and so many other things that we can't mention. But our life has, if you would say, upgraded. Allah has, upgraded our life to things we've never thought we'd see. We can't take any credit, and we never would. But our life has changed, and this is just the beginning. It's only the beginning. We don't even know what's going to be coming next. We don't know where our path is going to take us, and we know that Allah, and we understand that we have our own path of what He needs us to do, and that's what we're doing. We definitely want to make money. Don't get us wrong. We don't want to do nothing for free. But our first mission, and we're going to always say this, is to get out here and teach what we believe in, to give the truth, to wake people up, to be a leader. And we're never going to be perfect. Never. Y'all heard our background. We're never going to be perfect. But we can always try to do better. It's no excuse. Either you want to do it or you don't. Either you want to change your life or you don't. Either you want to be better or you don't. It ain't up to nobody else. We hate hearing them. My mom ain't believing me. Oh, my boyfriend ain't going to let me do this, so you going to let somebody else have control over you? You going to let your past, your childhood, your upbringing have control over you? Take it from us. It ain't going to end good. We spent so many of our young years, our teenage years, like we said earlier, our early 20s, angry, mad, trying to prove ourselves, fighting, arguing, tit for tat. You do something to us, we gonna do something to you. We spent so many of our years doing that. We messed up in so many ways, and now we know better. But, like we said, none of that was an accident. It all happened for a reason. So when we got to where we are now, we can appreciate it. We can be more happy and feel more alive. And now, like we always say, we want to pass on everything to y'all. To anyone that may listen. To anyone that's lost their father, mother, or both. You are not weak. To all our people, you're not a copy. Be an original. You ain't got to do what everybody else is doing. Look how they look, dress how they act. None of that. You be an original. You be you. Do it the right way. Help your people. Not just be out here to be seen and make money. Actually help your people. Because it's not just about you. Just like it's not just about us. This is a whole lot bigger than us. If we could, man, and we're going to do this in December, y'all. If we could explain to y'all in depth, straight up, y'all will understand. We're going to do that in December during Ramadan. We're going to be teaching straight Islam. We're going to drop some knowledge on y'all, and y'all will hear our husband throughout that month. Just to give y'all a heads up. We are a proud Muslim woman. We are a follower of Allah, Nabi Elijah Muhammad. We are a proud Muslim wife. We don't make no secrets about it, no bones about it, none of that. And we always say, if this is not the podcast for you, if you don't believe in Islam, cool. Our job is not to pressure nobody. We definitely can't force nobody because it's called free will. You make the choice. That's it. And, Dad, we know he probably ain't gonna hear this, but we know y'all were happy birthday. We wish you were definitely here. And us, along with your brothers and your cousins and family, we definitely, miss you very much. We wish there was a way we could let you know, how much we do. And we wish there was a way we could know if you're proud. And we know realistically that will never happen, but it's okay. We definitely gonna miss him every day, especially today. But the way we're gonna look at it is, we can't let it destroy us. We can't let it break us like it almost did with our past. He's gone, and nothing we can do about it. We're still here. So this is our time. So we're going to do what we need to do. And that's all we can do. That's all we can do, y'all. So with all that being said, we're going to close out for today, y'all. But as always, of course, y'all can check us out on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube under the Queen Candy Podcast, and our other YouTube channel, the Queen Candy Radio Show. And y'all can check us out on Anchor, Overcast, iHeartRadio, Spotify, of course, under the Queen Candy Podcast. And y'all can any app, y'all, where y'all can hear a podcast. Just go in and type the Queen Candy Podcast. Y'all see all the artwork right there. Check us out. Leave a review. Y'all can follow us like we said on Facebook. Send us the link to your podcast, and we'll definitely come through and show support and check it out. We have a couple other people we gotta listen to their shows as well. And we try to do that every Saturday because, like we said, that's our off day. So we definitely try to show support whenever we can. And also, just to let y'all know again, y'all can check us out on the CTR Media Network. Shout out to Tina. Thank you again, sis. And y'all can also catch us starting August the 3rd, y'all, on WBGR TV. We're going to be doing a live stream every week on Facebook, y'all. So we're going to start out with our podcast, then come in and do our DJ thing, then paparazzi, then we're going to come back with our podcast. So just to give everybody a heads up, we have interviews coming up for August. Starting in September, our interviews will no longer be free. They will no longer be free. We will be charging. You want to do sponsorship, ad, interviews, any of that, they will no longer be free, y'all, because, we're doing a podcast, we promoting, we working, so, can't do it for free. We definitely want to network and connect with everybody, but we will not be able to do it for free. So we can work it out, of course, depending on everybody's situation and whatnot, and we're definitely going to be looking forward to connecting with everybody. And we're going to send the links to our radio show. And one more, we're on WUNK Radio. We're on that platform as well every Tuesday and every Friday. Shout out to Charles as well. Y'all can find him on Alignable. Don't know if we said that right. But every Tuesday and Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time. So make sure y'all check your time zones for all our shows so y'all can make sure y'all don't miss it out and catch it. And follow us on our platforms because we definitely try to share all our links when we're live and, when our radio show is on. So we definitely want to keep y'all posted up on that. But with all that being said, thank you to everyone that's shown support to the Queen Candy Podcast. We're going to go ahead and hit y'all with this last track. And we will talk to y'all next week, y'all. Y'all be safe.